It's a cold winter night out there, folks. I hear wolves howling. It's the perfect Christmas night out there. Good evening and welcome aboard for this special edition of Hunting the Shadows. It's Christmas. We're going to give a Christmas shout out to everybody out there in podcast land. If you haven't been overwhelmed by the presents, if you can dig your way out of the wrapping paper, come and join us, okay? All right, what a Christmas. Woo! It's a good one. It's a good one for the record. Absolutely. Want to welcome you all here tonight. I am Dennis Carroll, your humble host, and this is Hunting the Shadows, episode 49. That's right, 49, folks. We're about to hit the magical 50. We'll be doing that next week on the last day of the year. Absolutely. Want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room tonight. Hello, lovely Shiro and Wizard Moon and Monica Davis. Davies, I think it would be pronounced that way. I'm not that great on Spanish. It sounds like a Spanish name. You'll have to enlighten me on that, dear. And Tony, yeah, hello, Tony. Good to have you here. And let me see if I'm missing anybody. Let me back up. Let's see. Urso. Hello, Urso. Good to have you here. Good to touch bases with you tonight. I hope you all have had a fantastic Christmas. Santa Claus just flew in from the North Pole, and boy, is his arms tired. I told him he should use the sleigh next time. But it's been quite a Christmas, hasn't it? Yes, it has. It's been a good, peaceful, quiet Christmas around here. Some of the fireworks have been going off. I don't like the fireworks. I think I like fireworks, professional fireworks displays. Well, these other yahoos to get out there throwing firecrackers around $100 worth at a time is a little bit ridiculous to me. And it's bad on the poor pets, the poor animals that have to put up with that junk. Absolutely. Hello, Dragonfly. Good to have you here. Yep. Anyway, we're just going to talk a little bit here. Nothing big and special. We'll talk a little bit about angels, okay? And I'm going to set you up for what's coming down the line on that. And we're going to talk a little bit about drones and UFOs. What's going on with that? Okay. Fella come out just the other day and said that they're hiding the true evidence of what really is out there. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. Hello, Roger Blair. And Linda. Good to have you here. I hope you all, you're not inebriated too much with the eggnog. I got some eggnog waiting on me in the kitchen, so when I get done with the show tonight, I'll go finish it off. But it doesn't have anything extra in it except for my lips, so anyway. But I like a little eggnog. That's a tradition with me. Hello, Woo Rider. Good to have you here. Anyway, hello, Dawn. Anyway, yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about different things. We'll have a little short show tonight and see what we get done before we get back to the picking up the Christmas and wrapping paper and all that stuff. Yep. But yeah, it's been a very good Christmas. Been very good. Absolutely. But it hasn't been good in the Ukraine. I read just a few minutes ago that Russia launched one of its largest missile attacks on the Ukraine on Christmas Day. What a low-down saw hypocrite is Putin or what, you know? Evil, and evil son of a, you know what? Downright evil. How can anybody stick up for him or actually be on his side? If you are, there's something definitely wrong with you. Because he is definitely doing people wrong. He's killing children. He's killing innocent people. It's not just soldiers, innocent people paying the price for all this. He's trying to mess their lives up, destroy their Christmas today, for that matter. But I mean, destroy their lives completely. How good is that? That's never good. I cannot stand on the side of anyone like that. No, 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 no. Absolutely not. Michael says he is evil. Absolutely he is. Downright evil. And he will pay the price for his evil stuff one day. Absolutely. You can always expect that no matter how evil you become and the evil things that you do, you will pay for it sooner or later. It will catch up with you in this world and maybe in the next one too. You never know. You better be careful. I've seen pictures of children in Ukraine with rifles. It's bad. It's a sad situation. But look, if it were us, you know, what if it were us that were being attacked by Russia? You know, and that can happen, just like the movie Red Dawn. Hey, that's not that far fetched, folks. These things could happen. It can happen tomorrow. Okay. And the first thing, let me tell you, the first thing they're going to hit and knock out are the computers, the power systems, and the water systems. That's the first things they're going to take out. And I'm talking about the non-military targets. That's the first thing they're going to take out. You better bank on that. Absolutely. And speaking of banks, you won't be able to access your bank. You won't be able to access any of your money in the bank. You're going to be twisting on the end of a limb slowly in the wind, my friends. And then we're coming to that one day. Just wait. Just mark my words. I may not be around for this. I may not be here to see it happen, but it's going to happen. And I hope that you don't have to face that. That's one thing I hope that none of you have to face, but we got to be real about this stuff, you know? We got to face the truth about things and not stick our head in the sand and hope they'll go away or something's going to change them and all that. That's not the way the world works. You stick your head in the sand, your butt is sticking out for it to be shot off. You know what I mean? But that's the way it goes. We got to understand that. Yeah. The airline plane crash was shot down by Russian accident. They say, yeah. Russia's had accidents like that before. Isn't that strange? Nobody else shoots airplanes down except Russia. Think about it. That's already happened 2 or 3 times before in just recent years. They're too trigger happy. And they're harassing us all the time. The Russians and the Chinese, they harass us no matter where we fly in the world. They harass us. We can be over international waters, and there they are, buzzing us, doing stuff, playing their little stupid games with us, putting themselves and ourselves in danger with doing that stuff. This is something that goes on day after day, folks, not just something that happens every once in a great while. That's the way the world is right now. We got to wake up and see things for what they truly are and what's really going on, and don't quit living in a fairy tale here. We've got to see the real true facts about these things. I'm worried more about the Chinese and the Russians, the Iranians and the North Koreans than I am about aliens invading, okay? Trust me. That is a present danger. Aliens may be a future danger. I'm talking about a here and present right now danger, and that's Russia and China. You better buy you a Chinese dictionary and start learning how to speak Chinese. You know what I mean? Because if they don't conquer you, they're going to buy you out. That's the way it goes. There's on Facebook of taking down a drone. Well, listen, I want to say something about the drones. Do not shoot any drones down, okay? Do not take a gun and shoot one down. You would be facing federal charges, okay? I don't care what kind of a drone or who it is. Do not be very, very careful. Don't do something like that. Don't do that because you can get yourself in a whole world of trouble you don't want to get in, okay? If it's not actually attacking and trying to kill you, do not shoot it down, okay? If it's attacking and trying to kill you, you have my permission, okay? But if it's not, if he's just flying around, don't mess with it, okay? We are under constant surveillance 24/7. You do know that. I mean, probably do you know that when you go to the bathroom at Walmart, you're on camera? Yeah, I'm not joking about this. Okay, you go in the dressing rooms at Walmart, you're on camera. You have no privacy left. You are monitored 24/7. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about here. Hello, Pancho. Get the Chinese wife. That wouldn't help you none. You'd be selling out to the Chinese. Do not sell out to the evil people, okay? Do not sell your soul out because that's a good thing to do. No, it's never a good thing to do. Never sell out. Never retreat, never surrender. That's what the Spartans used to say. And I'm all for it. Good evening, sweet pea. Good to have you here. That's what the Spartans used to say. The Spartans used to say, here's what they had two sayings, by the way. Okay, no retreat, no surrender. And also, the Spartans do not say how many are the enemy, but where are they? Then we got to get the Spartan mind here. Okay. We got to get the Spartan mindset going. Where are they? We don't care about how many they are. We just want to know where they're at. I'll tell you what, that's why the Spartans stayed free for a long, long, long time because they fought for their freedom. They stood up for their freedom. Their freedom was precious to them. I was in a picture online the black market in China, miles of tables with dead, skinless dogs. Oh yeah, those people will do anything over there. Okay, come on, eat anything or do anything. Yeah. Oh yeah, unless you're in India and it's a cow, you don't eat those. Merry Christmas, Nelicious. I like that name, Nelicious. Good to have you here. Terrible. Yeah, that's just, yeah. China supposedly has signed a pact that they will not eat dogs anymore or raise dogs for commercial eating. But they didn't. That's just a piece of paper to them. They're not going to stop. That's the way it goes. You got to understand something, okay? Some people in this world are not going to play fair. Some people are going to be downright dirty, some of guns, the way they do stuff. That's the way they operate. Some people have an evil mindset. That's just the way it goes. And we got to understand that's what you're dealing with, not only with individuals, but with nations as well. You know, nations can have an evil mindset. Look at a certain political party that is falling out of power right now. They have a downright evil mindset. Just calling a spade what it is here, okay? Just calling it what it is. A couple of restaurants that were closed in my hometown, Pittsburgh, with the Chinese putting dog and cat in the. Oh yeah. That's what you know. That's not chicken in the chicken chow mein, okay? It usually ain't chicken in the chicken chow mein. They blocked out our natural abilities. They did this downright and dirty. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. They ain't gonna play fair. The devil and evil, they never play fair. They wouldn't know how to do that if you tried to pay them about it. They may look like they do, but don't let that fool you, okay? Because evil, like I have said before, is expert at misidentifying itself and misrepresenting itself. Okay, don't ever forget that. It's very important that you remember that. Hey, Linda, good to have you aboard. But anyway, we'll talk a little bit about the drones here for a minute. There may be some of them may be UFOs, and it came out the other day. The guy said that they're hiding the evidence. that they do know without doubt that there are other cosmic forces here. But let me tell you something. Some of these drones and these UFOs that are being seen are without a doubt probably, and I say this saying what I say because I stand behind it, without a doubt, some of this activity is angelic in origin. Okay, some of these things people are seeing, like these so-called plasma entities in the air. This can be very angelic type activity. Okay, I'm going to be having two shows coming up very soon where we're going to talk about the fallen angels. One show. The other show, we're going to talk about nothing but the angels. And we need to study the angels. And we need to understand the angels because they are on our side. Okay? They are on the side of humanity. They are for us. They're the good guys. They're our brothers. They are on our side. And we need to talk and learn more about the good angels, okay? But we need to also at the same time understand where the bad angels, the evil angels are coming from, where they're at, and how they operate, because that's our deadly enemy. And we need to stay always on our guard against our enemy, without doubt. Hey, girl on the gong. Good to have you here, dear. Hope you had a great Christmas. But we've got to be careful, and that's why I'm having these two shows very soon. Okay, so be watching for the fallen angels and the holy angels. Okay, and we need to know about as much as possible about both of them, and we need to understand them more, both of them, because one is our deadly enemy, the other is our best friend. Okay, the best friend you could ever have would be an angel. Trust me. Okay, on that. But I have studied these beings for well over half a century now. They are fascinating, both of them. I like the angels better than the demons. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd rather hang out with the angels and not the demons because I've seen too many demons. And somebody asked me the other day, well, how do you know, Dennis, that there are angels? How do you know? Hey, Jason, good to have you here, man. How do you know? Have you seen angels? No, I have not seen angels that I know of. But that's the way angels operate. They're not going to let you remember them most of the time, okay? Unless there's a reason for them to. You understand that's the way they work. But somebody asked me, how do you know that they're angels? I'll tell you why I know they're angels, because I have seen demons. And I do know they exist. Fallen angels are real, because I have seen them just as real as I'm looking at you right now, that you exist. They are just as real as you. Trust me, okay? I've seen them. I've engaged them. I've encountered them. I've had them attack me many times. They are real. And if there are demons and fallen angels, they definitely are angels. Okay? Without doubt. I believe that with all my heart. I don't have to see them to believe them. That's faith, my friends. That's what you call faith. Okay? Faith means you don't have to see something to believe it. It's pretty simple to remember that. Somebody asked me the other day, "What is faith?" I can't understand. What is faith? Faith is believing what you cannot see. That's what it is. The Bible plainly tells you that. Okay. I read a lot of stories where people are in car accidents. Someone will appear out of nowhere and they'll pray with them. That's angels. Angels will pray with you. Angels come from God. They know they have seen the face of God. That's why they're holy, by the way. That's why they have a bright glow about them. They have that something certain special about them because they have stood before the face of God. Human beings can't do that. It would kill us. Okay? We couldn't take it. But they can because they're not humans. They are spiritual creatures. Just like God is a spirit. Jesus said God is a spirit. Therefore, you must worship him in the spirit and in truth. What did I just say? In spirit and in truth. That's how you worship God. Don't forget that. Jesus told you that. Now. Wasn't me. And that's what these creatures are. They are spiritual creatures. They are super spiritual creatures. Okay? And they can take it. They can stand in front of the face of God and come back holy. That's why they're holy. But the bad angels, the fallen angels, are no longer holy, my friends. They are not angels of light anymore. I've seen what they look like. They look like doggone snakes. They have faces and heads like snakes. Although they walk around with arms and legs, but I'm saying they look like snakes. They look like serpents. Some people say they look like dragons or something. No. They don't look like dragons. They look like snakes. They have faces and mouths and tongues like snakes. Okay? Trust me, I've seen them. They told me that everything is relative to the depth of your perception. Well, you perceive things along a certain line, but you can also perceive things in spiritual truth, my friend. Spiritual truth is a very important thing. After reading the initial article, I didn't read further. The entire idea was disturbing. In the news, they found human DNA in hot dogs. Yeah. Hey, we're going to end up with like Soylent Green. Remember Soylent Green, the movie? Soylent Green is people. Tuesday is Soylent Green Day. You stock up on the green cookies to eat so you don't starve. But what you were doing were eating other people and you didn't know it. That's coming. We're coming to that. Don't worry. That is the last food commodity that will be given to the human race. Okay? Things are going to happen in the future. The wheat's going to fail. The grain is going to fail. The corn is going to fail. A lot of stuff's going to start falling. Nature is going to turn on us. And it's not going to produce what it produces. Right now, listen to what I'm about to tell you, okay? Listen, don't misunderstand what I'm going to say, okay? In order to get the food that we have today, we have to rape nature. We have to take it. We have to work for it. We have to steal it from the land, you might say. We have to take it the hard way. Nature doesn't openly provide and give it to us like it once did. Once upon a time it did, but it doesn't. Nature will turn against us eventually, completely. That's coming down the line. The animals are going to turn against us. Nature's going to turn against us. The world, the weather's going to turn against us. Everything is going to turn against us because that's the way it's going to be at the end of the world, at the end of the time. Okay, the last days. That's what's going to be. That's what's coming. It's coming. You can bank on it. Okay. So we're going to start losing food. We're going to start producing corn and wheat and oats and all this other stuff. It's going to start going down on us. There may be diseases. Do you know that there won't be that many years before you won't be able to have bananas anymore? Things are going to happen. And our food is going to be taken from us. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. They won't. Eventually, the first plan is for you to eat bugs. The second plan is for you to eat people. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. And let me ask you a question. Where do you think a lot of these people, these missing people, go when they're no longer being used for purposes they want to use them for? Maybe they go in the sausage grinder. You ever think about that? Maybe that's why there's human DNA in hot dogs. Think about it. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. The time is now. Wake up. Wake up. There's a whole lot more going on in this world. If you really knew what was going on in this world, you would not sleep well again for the rest of your life. I don't. I know what's going on just a little bit. I know a lot of what's going on. A lot that I don't tell you because it's just downright awful to really talk about. And looking for a trailer and a little piece of land to grow my own food. There you go. That's the only way you'll ever have anything. The only way you'll have healthful and peaceful stuff, It's one thing to have helpful food, but it's also the food needs to be peaceful food. In other words, you need to get it the right way and not have to fight for it. You understand what I'm saying? You want healthful and peaceful food. You don't want to have to rape it from the land. You want the land to produce it for you. Let's see. Buy non-GMO. Yeah, you gotta have that. Definitely. But I'm telling you, things are gonna happen. Things are gonna happen. Just wait. It's coming. It's coming. And it's not gonna be good things, folks, because that's the way this whole thing is going to the bad thing. The only good thing is that our faith and our belief can preserve us in the storm that's coming. Okay? Just like you know when a storm's coming, you get in a safe place. Your faith is a safe place. Okay? Don't forget that. I'm not financially stable to do that right now. I tried that sweet sunburn up in a lot, and then North Carolina red clay. Need better soil. Yeah. We've got good soil in South Carolina. Georgia's got some pretty good soil too, depending on if you stay away from the clay in Georgia. But anyway, what I was gonna say is you definitely want to have a place where there's good soil and soil that hasn't been used up. You know what I'm saying? You want virgin soil if you can find it. Absolutely. Anyway, the whole thing is we've got to understand things are gonna go south very quickly before long. And when it starts going south, it's going to be like a road. It's going to be like a snowball rolling downhill. Okay, and we want to be ready for that. Well, it's good that you got to go, Sweet Pea. Absolutely. Seen videos, piles of wood chips will break down, create soil and areas for red clay. Yeah, you can do that. Mulching is very good. Mulching. Absolutely. I have seen mulch restore areas that were just burnt out. Mulch is a good thing to have. Everybody needs a goal for something, something to work for to better yourself with. You don't want a goal to make yourself worse. You don't want to put yourself in a worse situation. You want a better situation. You need a goal. You need to set a goal. So, well, I'm going to do this to really do something better in my life. You got to set goals for stuff like that. Yeah, trying to get soil from woods, all that compost. Yeah, yeah. That's nature's way of restoring the soil. Absolutely. But there can be bad compost. You don't want to go in the bad compost kind of stuff. Where you got newspapers and all that bleaching, uh, ink into the soil. You want to go good organic. You want to put food and leaves and stuff in there and the real natural stuff. You don't want to go bad. You can do bad organic if you're not careful. You don't want to do that. Yeah, Monica, just keep saving and working toward your goal. Ask God to help you reach your goal, and He will. God is an ever present help, you know. He can make ways for you where there seems to be none. He can do that. Even if doors don't open, He will open windows for you. Okay? He will open an escape hatch for you if you need one. Okay, trust me. He will do that for you. And His angels are ever present and ready to help you. They got your back, Monica. The angels, the almighty angels of heaven, have got your back. One angel could destroy this planet in a heartbeat. That's how powerful these beings are. And you got them. You got their help. If you are a child of God, they are standing at your back, ready to go with Him and ready to work for you. but you got to believe it. You got to be a believer. You got to be a child of God. You got to turn everything over, Monica. Sweet pea, I'm talking to all of you out there. You got to surrender everything over to God. To say, God, I don't understand this. Or God, I don't know how to work this out. I'm turning it over to you. I surrender it to you, and I'm putting it in your hands. Once you put it in the hands of God, my friends, you get things done. That's called faith. I prayed about a certain situation, and I prayed, and he came through. Yes, ma'am, it happens. But we got to put them in his hands. God cannot help you until you turn it over and put it in his hands. That's just like if you had something broken and I'm the only one that can fix it. I can't fix it till you turn it over to me and put it in my hands. How do you expect God to do anything for you if you don't put it in his hands? Or turn it over to him. You've got to surrender it completely. You can't keep holding on to it. You've got to surrender it completely and say, here it is, God. I've done everything I can do with it. Now it's up to you. He will get things done for you. He will open doors. He will open that escape hatch if you need a way out of that situation. Whatever the situation is, he can do it. He's got angels to help you do it. He's got ways that you can't understand to do it. But that's where your trust needs to be. No, let go and let God. That's what you got to do. Unless you surrender it, you can't get nothing done. That's just the way that works. I mean, that's common sense when you think about it, okay? That's just like when you were a child and you wanted your toy fixed. Daddy couldn't fix it till you give it to him. Then he could fix it. There you go. Perfect illustration. What are you waiting on? You have to ask yourself a question. What are you waiting on? You want something done? Turn it over. My lease is at the end of this month, and I'm worried about not finding a place to find that time. But my landlord is working with me to give me more time. That is good, but also you need to turn this situation over to God, Monica, and say, God, I've done everything I can do. Please help me find a place. And he will find you not only just a place, but I mean, it can be a wonderful place for you to be. You know? God doesn't do things just halfway. God doesn't. It's not God. Okay. Hey, when God does something, He does it all the way, 110%. You can count on Him. But you gotta believe. You got to believe and receive, and you shall have it. That's what Jesus said. I didn't make that up. Jesus said that. You believe Jesus? He said it. Wasn't me. He said it. Believe, receive, and you will have it. It will work out, Monica. Just went through that. I let it go. I have more time now to get to where I'm meant to be. That's good. These people will give you time. That's what you need. God is on your side. He's not your enemy. He's not working against you. Why do people think that? You know, oh, that horrible thing happened the other day. A tree fell on a car. It was an act of God. No, God. I had nothing to do with that. Okay. Unless it was supposed to happen that way. God had nothing to do with it. We blame God for a lot of things. Everything goes wrong. That's not right. God's on your side. He wants to wait and bless you. He's waiting right now to bless you, he said, with a blessing that you cannot receive so much of it. You won't be able to receive it all. That's how much he's waiting to bless you if you will just let him. That's pure and simple. That's the way it goes. But times are coming. They're going to try our faith. We can count on that, but we got to realize that God does not change. Times may change, we may change, but God never changes. He is the one constant thing in this universe. He is the empirical truth that we hold every truth up against him to measure that truth by the way by the truth of God. That's the way it should be measured. And that's the way we should do it. God never changes. He will not lie. He will not make false promises. He won't fail you halfway through. That doesn't. He just don't do that. He carries it all the way through. He does it 110% more, abundantly more than you can really truly realize. Some blame the devil too for their own insecurities and faults. We tend to throw blame on everything besides what may be. Of course, and Satan may have a lot to do with some of this stuff. He's behind it and he's pushing it a lot. He's causing us to doubt our faith. He's doing a lot of things on that. He is the enemy of our soul, absolutely. But sometimes we don't need the devil to mess up. We can do it on our own. We are our own worst enemies anyway, if we're not careful. So that's why you got to get away from that mentality. And you got to say, God, when you pray, you say, God, touch my body, my mind, and my spirit. Give me a sound mind. Give me a sound body. Give me a sound spirit. Give me courage and strength to believe what I must believe. That's all you ask for. That's what you ask for when you pray. You ask for that sound mind, a sound body, a sound spirit. A lot of people say, what does that sound mind body? You know, you don't get healed sometimes. Listen, okay, let me listen to. There may be things going on in your body you don't really realize, and that sound mind, that sound body thing may help you out a whole lot more than you fully realize what's going on. Just ask it. Ask, believe, and receive, and you will have it. Devil's an influencer. It gets you through others like a contagion. He works that way too. He works in different ways. He works in unsound doctrine. He can get you to believe things that are absolutely a lie and against what God has taught. Just like, reincarnation for one thing. That's one of the biggest lies out there put out by the devil. It's not real. It's not true. If you had to keep coming back to get things right, then what did Jesus die on the cross for? That's the biggest lie out there, reincarnation crap. It's been going around for 1,000 years. The devil loves that. Don't buy that junk, okay? Because he's selling a bunch of crap. All right? But there are other doctrines out there too to get you believing, oh, you can be God too. That's another lie. There are many lies. Do not deal in lies. What did Jesus say? You worship God in spirit and in truth. Truth is very important. Don't be fooled by the lies. Don't swallow the lies, because if you swallow the lies, then you become the lie. Don't you understand? You don't want to do that. You want to always hold on to the truth. I'm always listen to it when I come back to my chat from finding great souls in here. That's good. Some lords, I got one. That's why I always move. Well, you got a slumlord. I know how they can be. They can be some of the most heartless people out there. Absolutely. But I'm not going to get on your case. I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just trying to tell you the things that are right. I'm not trying to come down on your case or anything about that. I want you to understand that I'm not, chastising you for anything. I'm just trying to tell you exactly things and the mindset you need to get in to activate your faith. Absolutely. Keep it going. Yeah, they slumlords are what they are. If they can take, I'm gonna tell you what, I have seen them take a nice house and turn them into a slum because they refuse to fix them. I'll just go to keep them up, to keep things going, and then want you to pay rent for that junk. Took him two months to fix a leak in my kitchen. He finally fixed it yesterday. That's the way it goes. You know? If you're gonna own property, you need to keep it fixed up because people have to live there. But they don't care. They don't have to live there. They probably living in a mansion somewhere. Mine started after my wife died and he raised the rent and I got harassed for 3.5 months. Took to court for being behind. I wasn't behind in rent. Yeah, way it goes. Way it goes. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Donnelly. New roof, you never got a new roof. Now the house is falling apart. They don't care. They will not. You know what? They ought to understand that house is an investment. You know, they would keep it up. But it's just stupid. That's the way they just don't care. They want easy money. That's what it is. And they want you to give them the easy money no matter what you got to live in. When it ain't right. That ain't right, but that's the way they operate. Almost 1,000 a month. Good Lord. You would think he'd take some of that money and put it back in his investment. Stupid. Real stupid. You know, that's not being a businessman or woman, the case maybe. That's just being stupid. But anyway, Lord have mercy on all of us. I hope you all at least are having a very good Christmas out there. I just wanted to come and spend about an hour or so with you, check on you, make sure that everything was going good and that you had a good Christmas. Hope Santa was good to you. We may not have gotten everything we want, but probably we hopefully got everything we need. Okay, absolutely. But wish I could make 1,000 a month like that. Would be nice. I'm gonna probably end up living in a camper myself somewhere, probably. Time for me to sell out all this stuff and move, downsize. Yeah, well, paying rent's better than being homeless. Trust me, I've dealt with a lot of homeless people over the years being in law enforcement. I'd have to go wake some of them up in doorways of buildings. And they'd be sleeping under a pallet. They put a pallet over them so nobody will attack them in the night so they could sleep. Things like that. That's bad. It's a bad way to live when you're homeless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, you were homeless 2 years. You know what I'm talking about. And last year and the year before that, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm glad you made it out of that, and at least you have a place to live. You know, that's a bad way to live out on the streets. Good way to get yourself killed and wake up dead, is the old saying. I always wondered about that. How can you wake up dead? You don't wake up dead, but that's a bad way to be. You never know in this world nowadays what people are up to. You were living in shelters, huh? Yeah, That's better than out on the street then. Sweet pea, what you need is a nice little camper or a little Winnebago or something. That would be nice. Just travel around, park it wherever you want to, enjoy the place a while, and move on to the next round. Unfortunately, it takes a little money to do that, but there, yeah. But that would be the way to live, sort of in a caravan type thing, you know. Ursa says I was homeless for a few months, but I got a room for me and my son and my dog and cat and dog. Oh, Lord, you have a son with you. And your cat and dog too. My gosh. You had quite a load to go with on that. It's terrible that women stealing your stuff and stuff don't do nothing about it. Never want to be in a shelter ever again. Oh, yeah. They don't care what kind of people they hire in places like that. They probably hired a riffraff, you know what I mean? People that don't mind stealing from you. That's the truth. The people that live, unfortunately, have to live in nursing homes. They get their stuff stole all the time too. You got a bunch of thieves. I hate thieves. Can't stand that. I like to choke a thief. I can't stand thieves. John State Farm. Hello, good to have you here. Welcome aboard. I want everybody to remember now we have a Patreon now on Hunting the Shadows. And here's the link for it. Hold on, let me get it up right quick. Here's the link for our Patreon. If anybody wants to join, feel free to do so. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it. And we're gonna do some stuff. I'm gonna start a mailing thing pretty soon. And I'm gonna get all of your addresses in the Patreon. We're mailing you some swag out, some magnets and some stickers and some good stuff, okay? Some pins and stuff like that. So that's coming up soon, okay? So get ready for it. And that's the Patreon. If you want to join it and become an official shadow hunter, feel free to do so. It's filling up. It's filling up. So join the crowd. Come on and get on board. You definitely don't want to miss this opportunity. That's the Patreon. And if you want to donate to, if you want to just give a donation to Hunting the Shadows, you can do so through PayPal. And I'm going to have to get the link up for that for people. I will do that tonight. Put that up next time I'm on here. But you can mail PayPals to you can donate to PayPal through send it to the address dwccwd@hotmail.com. All right, so check us out. And we also now have been remonetized. We also have a membership ongoing on Hunting the Shadows YouTube podcast channel. You can go there and join, or you can give us a sticker, or whatever you want to do. If you want to do that, did you do anything for Christmas, Dennis? Well, I just kind of hung around the place this time. I didn't do a whole lot. I just kind of hung around and got a few things done around here. I still need to do a few more things. Getting ready. I like to start around Christmas, start closing the year out. Trying to do some of that stuff. Now, next week, I will definitely need your prayers next week because next week at this time, Wednesday, I've got to go have a lumbar epidural. I'm going to have a big needle stuck in my back, in my spine. I'm having some very bad back problems. It's getting me to the point where I can't walk well anymore. And I think I have some deteriorating disc in my back. I may have some type of deteriorating bone problem going on with that. So I have very, very severe pain in my back. The only time that I'm comfortable is sitting down or lying down. That's about it. So this has cut back on my mobility a whole lot. So be praying for the old man here. And but next week, the last day of the year, I'm going to end up getting a epidural, a lumbar epidural, which ought to be real fun. I've had one before a long time ago. It actually paralyzed me from the waist down, but it was intentional because I had to get operated on. But it's a big needle they stick in you. One of the biggest. Delivers a lot of stuff there. So so remember me in your prayers. I would appreciate that because I'm going to be dealing with this in the months ahead, and it has really greatly impacted my life. I'm not able to get out in the field like I did. I'm not even able to walk to the mailbox and back, and it's not that far. Trust me. Um, so this has been a big thing going on. I haven't talked a lot about it, but I don't go around telling everybody my aches and pains because that's a boring thing to do. But I am asking for prayer if you don't mind, if you remember me in your prayers with that, I would appreciate it. And then dump students, yes, it's got me really depressed. It's been a very depressing holiday for me. It's always been. Of course, I don't have my son with me this time. I lost my son back in February, so it's been a very depressing, very bad, sad, lonely, dark Christmas to me. I haven't really gotten in the mood. I've tried, but there you go. That's the way it is. Yeah, back pain, knee pain. Yeah. Whenever you mess your back up, when your back gets messed up, your life is messed up. You know what I mean? Trust me. Well, if you have back pain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But anyway, I don't like to bother people with my problems, but you know, there's nothing wrong with asking for prayer. I definitely need prayer. But anyway, actually, my knee on one of the homeless shelters. Oh Lord, that had to hurt. I have a bad knee too. I know how that feels. I lost my son on December 27 years back. Christmas difficult for me. Yeah, it's bad when you're missing somebody. You know, I've lost a lot of people over the years. Matter of fact, I don't have very much family left. I don't talk about this that much, but I have very little family left. I have a whole lot more family in the cemeteries than I do walking around. Put it that way. So I'm sort of a relic of a bygone time. I'm a relic. I'm the relic that John Vandeventer writes books about. Right, old Dennis still here. Yeah, he's still here running his mouth, talking about stuff all day. That old man. You miss your mom. I know you do. Your mom is special. I miss my mom too. And your mom no matter what, your mom is your mom. You know what I mean? And you'll never have a better or closer friend than your mother. Absolutely. And unfortunately, most of the time, our mother has to be gone before we truly appreciate her. That's the way it goes, seems like. You are getting me more sad right now. Very sad stories here. I'm sorry about that, granddaughter. I don't mean to bring anybody down. I think Christmas is the one time that we should look up. We look up to that Christmas star that's still shining, and it's still leading wise people to where they need to go. That Christmas star is still there. And you might want to go to my channel and check out some of my shorts, the short videos I've done. I put one on today. It's one of the best, I think, one of the best Christmas hymns out there. I do a rendition of it on the short, and it's called The Herald Angels. It's one of my favorites. And a lot of people never listen to the words to it too much, and that's why I put it out the way I did. So go check it out if you want to. Some of the shorts that I have put on have gotten over 700, some of them over 5 and 700 views. So they're doing better than the shows are. That's weird, I know. Maybe I need to start doing short videos. Seems like I'm reaching more people that way. Uh, wasn't there a Christmas star last year or the year? It was the year before. I actually, I've been into astronomy a long time, and we all look for it. There's actually 3 stars meeting together for just a few minutes to form a rather larger looking star. It was what we call an occultation, and it was very interesting. I remember, and I had to get to a certain where it was sitting in the sky was not very high up, and I remember having to get in the side beside my fence and look through the boards to see it in the sky. But it was magnificent. It really was. But metaphorically speaking, the Christmas star is still shining, and it's still leading us to the one true hope that we all have. Born in a manger 2,000 years ago, born in a stinking cattle bin. Think about it. That's the way he came. The king of the world, the king of the universe, showed up as a lowly manger with all these animals around. It was not a pleasant place. He wasn't born in a palace. His kingdom is a kingdom in the heart, and not a kingdom of land and nations and all that stuff. His is a different kingdom, and that star is still leading us to him. The star is still there, and we need to follow it. Wise people still follow that star. Absolutely. When's the next time we'll be back? I don't know. I'd have to check on that, Monica. If we have another one like that, it would be interesting. But this didn't happen exactly on Christmas night, but I think it was like a day or so before Christmas. But they called it the Christmas star because it was a conjunction of these 3 different stars, I think, or planets. Yeah, yeah, it was close. It was beautiful to see. It looked like one star there for a minute. For a few minutes, they passed 2 stars were together, and they passed another star, and they were like all 3 very close together, and looked like one single star. It was beautiful. I think I took a picture of it. I think I got a picture of it somewhere. I thought the other day I have to try to get it out. But a lot of people think, I think without a doubt, they've tried to astronomically wise figure out what star the wise men saw. But I think it was a supernatural star. I think it was angelic stuff and not a real star. Uh, kind of a thing. I think it was something that was meant to be. It was supernatural, put it that way. Whatever it was. It was not in the natural form of things. It was a sign, a symbol, letting the whole world know the arrival of the king. That's the way it used to be back when they were comets and stuff like that. They were supposed to be portents of things to come. Yeah, there were 2 of them that were together, and they got closer to a third one. And as soon as they got to that, it all looked like one single star. Although, if you took a telescope and looked at it, you could see there were 3 separate stars. But together and just looking with your eye in the sky, it looked like one star. It was beautiful. It really was. Very interesting. Do you recall the 96 version of the Twilight Zone that was called the Star? Yes, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah. That was a very good show. Yeah, I remember that one. There was supposed to be some contention about that being a supernova, and we may have another supernova in the sky. And Betelgeuse is about to, I think, go nova somewhere in there, and it may do that at any time, and that would be very fantastic to see. But you got to remember something about supernovas. They would have the probability of destroying life if there was like people in that planetary system of a sun that dies like that. Going supernova would wipe everybody out. Yeah, the stars aligned. I had a friend with a 68 supernova. Yeah, I remember the Nova. That was a mean little car, but I drove one time. That was a mean little car. I didn't own it, but I borrowed it, and then it was a mean little car. A supernova. I don't know what was so super about it, but that's what they called it, supernova. Black holes can do that too if they ever get. Oh yeah, black holes suck everything into them, including light. It's amazing. Think about it. It sucks light in. It actually moves light in that way. Theoretically, if you go outside at night with a big, strong flashlight and turn it on for a few minutes and then turn it off, go back in the house, that light is still going. That light won't go on unless it hits something. It will go on forever unless it hits something. That's light. That's the property of light. Once you turn the flashlight off, that light is still going because you produce light. Light is a substance. Darkness is not. Take the other Twilight Zone. Yeah. I tell you, Ross Erling was a brilliant writer. I talked to his wife, Carol Serling. I always wanted to meet him, and unfortunately, he passed away. They used to send a drone in the black hole. It would be interesting to see what happened. It would get crushed up in a little ball. Because the gravitational pull is so intense that it would crush anything up. Put it this way, just get this in your mind and what it can do. It could take your car and crush it up into something smaller than a pinhead going through that black hole. Think about that a moment. You crush your car down so far it would be the size of a pinhead going through that supernova. That's amazing to think about. That is intense gravitational pull, my friends. That's what it would do to you if you went through the black hole. I like what that girl said. Said we should go to the sun, but we should wait and go at night when the sun's turned off. I like that. That's very good. Quite an imagination. Yeah, we should go at night when the sun's turned off. Yeah. But anyway, I have my letter opener out tonight, my silver letter opener. Werewolves will not like this knife because it's made out of silver. And it's my werewolf killing knife. I always carry this with me if I go werewolf hunting, okay? But it makes a great letter opener as well. Who said that? Some girl was talking something in an interview, and she said, and they asked her, should we send, ships to the sun, and check it out? And I said, oh yeah. I said, we should go to the sun, but we should wait till night when the sun's turned off to go. Yeah. That's that's pretty good imagination. But anyway, yeah. Actually, I've encountered people that dance in real life. That's absolutely, absolutely. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna say most of them are a certain political party, but I won't get political tonight. Human brain is quite the imagination. Absolutely. The Pope opened the portals. I heard something was gonna do. I don't know if that was symbolic or what. I don't know. I didn't get that all upset about it. I just thought it was not a good idea about opening portals. But I guess he got away with it. We're still here. I don't know. Maybe he got possessed by opening a portal. I have to wonder about that. I don't know. Was he doing that to increase his ritual power, or what was going on with that? I don't know. I'm not, let me put it this way, okay? And I've said this before: portals are spiritual doorways. Why would you want to open that? Think about it for just a moment, folks. Why would you need to open that? Okay, maybe you're getting power out of that somehow or another. Maybe you're letting something out. Definitely. Why would you open that? That's not a to me. That sounds very fishy. Something's not right about that. Okay, why should you need to do that? No, that doesn't sound right to me. That doesn't sound good. But anyway, yes, he did open the portal supposedly. I didn't watch it, but I heard about it. He may be the last pope. I don't know. They may before the rise of the Antichrist. You got to have the false prophet, and they say he will be a pope. He will be the last pope. I don't know, the black pope or whatever name you want to give him. Uh, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you something about the pope. The last pope that we had, this one here that we've got, is one of the most political. They're nothing but politicians, okay, my friends. They're nothing but politicians, church politicians, okay. That's what they are, okay. Yeah, there were 5 doors, and they symbolize opening spiritual doors. What they symbolize. I mean, I know what all of it was about, but I mean, why do you need to do that? That's not in the Bible. That's not biblical. Jesus didn't go around opening 5 doors at a time and all that stuff. I mean, come on, that's not biblical. Why are you doing that? That doesn't sound good to me because most of the time, whenever you open a door, it's to let something bad in. Maybe that's biblical prophecy. Maybe he's opening those doors to begin the process of the end of the world. I don't know. But that's kind of weird. I don't know. Way to put it in the church politicians. That's what they are. The church politicians. Like I've said before, let us never forget, my friends, there's a big whole world of difference between religion and Christianity, real Christianity. Okay, a relationship with God. There's a whole big difference between that because one part of it, his religion is man-made. The other part is the kingdom of God. That's made by God. I'll go with God anytime. Okay, because men and women make the worst things they're possible because they're imperfect. That was the only thing is God. The love of God passes all things. What did Jesus say? Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and thy mind and thy soul, and love thy neighbor as thyself. That's all you need to do. That's what Jesus said. And I didn't say that. He said that's what you need to do. If you want to follow the precepts and the laws of God, that's what you do. He said, this again, the greatest I give to you is to love your neighbor as yourself, to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you'll follow those laws, then all the other laws will fall into place with them. But nobody wants to do that. See? The love of God. And you gotta remember, not just love. We're not talking about romantic love or we let you love your car. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the love of God. And that is unconditional with no strings attached. But you got to let it in your heart. You got to ask God to give you that love. Okay, because it's a godly, pure, perfect love. It's not the love of mankind. Okay, that's not perfect. That's based on lust and want and greed a lot of times. No, 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 no. The love of God is what you need to search for. That's what you need in your heart. Yeah. Just like what is the root of all evil? Did anybody answer that for me? Hello, Overbuilt. Glad to have you here. Can anybody answer that question? What is it, the root of all evil? Hurry up now. I'm going to answer it for you. Money. No, it's not money. No. The love of money. There you go. The love of money is the root of all evil. Because with money comes what? What comes with money? Power. Power and money, they go together. You know, they're married. They go together. You can't have one without the other, usually. That's the way it goes. And that's what it's all about. Power. Power, power, power over people. Power to treat people like dirt and walk on them, get what you want, do whatever you want to do, and not answer to God or nobody. That's what they want. That's the power that they want. The power and the money. That gets it done. And it creates that darkness in this world that they want. That's what it's all about. And that's what they sell their soul for. That's why they eat human flesh for. That's why they desecrate little children for. That's why they take and unalive people. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Because they want that power. Power is the most addictive thing in this universe. Okay? Trust me, if tomorrow I made you a millionaire, you would not be the same person that laid your head down on your pillow tonight. You would not be that tomorrow. You would be changed. Trust me, you will be changed. Some people can handle it, though, but most people can because power corrupts absolutely. That's the way it works. Power, 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 power. That's what it's all about. Yep. Yeah, love of power, love of money. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's all, and it's dark money too, my friends. Trust me. It's dark money. Okay, when you go to work tomorrow, no matter how long you got to work, how many hours you got to work, no matter what you got to do to get the money you get, that is money that you earned the right way. It's not blood money and it's not dark money. It's money that you earned by the sweat of your brow. Okay? That's your money and you deserve that because you did the things you need to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the up and up. That's the smart way to make money. But there are people in this world that don't operate that way. They get dark money from dark and evil sources. They get power from the same place. They're plugged into demonic power, my friends, darkness. And that's how they get stuff done. And that's why things are going on in this world. That's why people are being unalive and why people are missing and why people are ending up in hot dogs and everything else. Okay? Trust me, there's a lot of evil going on in this world, and that's why. Because of the dark money and the dark power. And they sign dark contracts to get this dark stuff. Okay, that's the way it works. What do you mean it's not love of power? Power and money, it's the same thing. It's the love of it that corrupts. Absolutely. You're retired. Okay. Well, you're getting money from what you put into it. That's still your money. You know, a lot of people think, oh, you get Social Security, you're getting money from the government. No, 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 no. That's your money. You put your money, that's money you put into that. You're just getting it back when you need it so you can retire on it. But it's your money. It's not the government's money. They don't own that money. It's your money. You belongs to you. Don't ever let them steal that money from you, okay? Because that's your money. I have a lot of people say, "Oh yeah, that's Social Security. That's government money." No, 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 no. It's your money because you worked to put your money. That's what you paid all your taxes. I mean, you had all that Social Security taken out for because it goes in. It's supposed to go in a fund they save for you so that you can use it when you get old and get ready to retire. It's your money, pure and simple. Me, former action guy, myself, and I. Okay. All right. I like that. That's pretty good. God bless you too. Huh? Grace and been forgiven. Much better to have power. You have to exert yourself. Well, absolutely. Wherever the heart is, there's where, that's where your treasure is. Okay. Your treasure's with your heart. And your treasure should be in heaven where the moth and the thief can't break in and steal it. And the moth can't rust and corrupt it. That's where your true treasure should be, not here on this earth. Steal any money they've already wealthy. Well, they get dark money. They're given dark money for a reason to put them in power, to make them a celebrity or whatever the situation is. Where do you think that money is coming from? Who owns the money in this world? By the way, my friends, I ask you a question. Who owns the money in this world? Who owns the cities and the corporations and the governments in this world? What's the answer to that? Who owns them? One simple answer. The God of this world owns them. Who is the God of this world? It's not Jesus Christ. It's not Lord God Almighty. Not right now, it ain't. The God of this world is Satan. He owns all that stuff. He's got the money. He's got the power. He's got the celebrity. He's got it all. And if you'll fall down and worship him, he'll give it to you. Yep, the God of the air. Yeah, the prince of the power of the air. That's him. If you fall down and worship him, he'll give it to you. But what a terrible price you will pay. Politicians don't even make their bed, man. When they get up, they got much to do it for them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the way they want to live. They think they are better than you because they've got the power. Don't you understand? They got the money and they got the power. Right now, probably what would happen to me if you gave me $50 million tomorrow, and I say, well, you know what? I'm better than Monica now. Well, I'm better than Urso. I'm better than me, the former action guy here. I'm better. I'm better because I got more money. I live better than you. I got better medical care than you. I've got better food to eat than you do. I got a better bed to sleep in, a bigger house. I got cars and airplanes and helicopters. I got yachts. I got it all. I'm better than you are. That would be my attitude. That's the common attitude of people who have money. That's the way they think. They're not living in the same world you and I are living in. You understand what I mean? Stuck up yippies. Yep. Yeah, they got maids, they got butlers, they got everything you need. Yeah, and look, they will live longer than you will because they got better medicine and better doctors that you can't afford. They got it. They will live longer than you. They will have a better life than you because why? They got money. But money's got them. Okay? Don't ever forget that. Money's got them. They will pay a price in the end for what they've done. That's the price. One day, it's like that old saying, there will be the devil to pay. And absolutely, there will be the devil to pay. In the presence of God, we are gifted in them. Yep. If Big Pharma gave people medication to cure you, they wouldn't make any money. Absolutely. They're not going to cure you. They got cures right now for cancer, diabetes, heart disease. They got cures for all that. Oh, come on. Yeah. It's like they got carburetors that will run you 100 miles to a gallon easy. They could put them in your car tomorrow, but they're not going to do that because they don't make money that way. Don't you understand? It's all about the money. It's the world system that we're living in. We are living in a matrix created by Satan. We are slaves to the matrix. That's what we are. Pure and simple. We're not free. We're not really truly free. We're living in a dark spiritual matrix, a system that belongs to Satan. And if you belong to the system, you belong to him. It's his system. Don't forget that. One day, that system's not going to be in place anymore. One day, we will be truly free. That day's coming, my friend. God has already promised that day to us. That day is coming when we will truly be free. We will breathe the true air of freedom. We will not be system slaves to the system anymore. The world will be free. Everything will be what it's supposed to be. That's the day I'm looking forward to. You know, a lot of people ask me, "No, Dennis, you sure are crazy. You looking for the end of the world?" Yes, I'm looking for the end of the world system. Yeah, this world's never going to end. It's going to always be here. God's promised you that. It's not going to blow up in a ball of flame. No, we're talking about the end of the world system. It's corrupt and evil and sinful, full of pride and bigotry and prejudice and greed and hatred. I can live without that. How about you? What are my thoughts about the end time sequence? Okay, let me tell you this, and I've said this before. Listen to me very carefully. Nothing can happen. Everything comes down to this. Nothing can happen until that temple is rebuilt in Jerusalem. Once that temple is rebuilt in Jerusalem, that's it. That's the end. That's just coming. That's it. You get ready for it. That is the one thing left to do. That is the one thing I see right now that's left in biblical prophecy. And that's the rebuilding of the third temple in Jerusalem. When that happens, the red heifers are ready. When that happens, my friends, that's it. You might as well know that's the end of it. That's the one thing left to happen. It'll hinge on, okay? That's the one thing to be watching for. And when that temple is rebuilt, watch out. The third temple There was 2 temples before they were destroyed. The 3rd temple must be rebuilt. It has to be there, or the Antichrist is going to desecrate that temple. Evidently, they did not want me talking about that. That may knock me completely off the internet, okay? Hello, Ann. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Wizard Moon. Good to have you here. Okay, let me see. Let me go back to what we were talking about here. Hold on a minute. I'm being blocked. You're being blocked. You're being scrambled a little bit. Yeah, okay. Here, let's see. Okay. Not the Carol time to run. Texas fun. Orders don't have a good run. Oh, okay. I'll see you, Grandowser. And that can happen in months. And after I've already been erected in Jerusalem. What next? The altar, yeah, but you got to have the temple. The temple's got to be there. Because it plainly says he will desecrate the temple. Yeah, I got knocked off there for a minute, Ann. But I'm back, yeah. I think the powers that be did not like what I was saying. We were talking about biblical prophecy. So they evidently didn't like what I had to say. But anyway, any closing thoughts that any of you would like to say for Christmas or whatever? Now's the time to spill your guts out here, okay? Any comments, anything you want to say? I'm looking for Santa Claus. Where is that son of a gun at? He owes me some presents. I believe he truly exists. I had somebody ask me that. We did a Christmas show the other night, and I told about the very strange incident I had for Christmas one year. I believe that Santa Claus is now real, without doubt. Will block certain words. Web address is stupid anyway. No, it's a free fresh page. There's monitor chat. Yeah, okay. They does some weird stuff. I know. Yeah. Thank you, Monica. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you, dear. And then his son left a gift in my house. Oh, he did he? Oh, okay. Well, Happy New Year, Monica. To know love is the most important feeling in your heart. Yeah. The love of God surpasses all understanding. I think Santa's junk lay in someone's yard, laying in someone's yard. It wouldn't surprise me if oh my God, didn't do something like that. But I think he landed in my backyard one Christmas Eve night. I don't know what that was on top of that building, but it was very strange. And I thought for sure I heard like a bell a little bit, and I saw a flash of red. I don't know what that was. I really don't. And I've asked people, what do you think it was? Do you think it was a sound? I said, I don't know. I couldn't see what it was. But whatever it was, it left some strange marks on top of my building. I think that Santa Claus has been wished for and talked about and thought about so much that now he's real. He really is out there. Kind of like a thought form kind of thing. I think we may have created Santa Claus again and brought him to life. But you would not believe every year the thousands of reports that people, and it's not a joke. I mean, they're not joking about this. They actually have sightings of Santa Claus. They see him in their house. They see him, in the sleigh thing. I think Dennis was Odin the Santa type of thing. It was a horse with 8 legs. Yeah, well, now that's the wild hunt. Let me talk a little bit about the wild hunt. That's one of the strangest things out there. And you have to be very careful with the wild hunt. Odin supposedly rides to the wild hunt, or some people say it's Satan actually that rides on an 8-legged horse in a wild hunt, and that they will snatch you up and you'll ride forever with them if they catch you out on a cold winter night when they're riding by. So be very careful where you go at night in the winter. You don't want to run into the wild hunt. You might be riding with them for the rest of eternity. Um, Anyway, the wild hunt is supposed to be sometimes led by Hermes, the horn god, or sometimes by Odin, sometimes by uh, the Belsnickel, or sometimes by the Christmas witch. Whoever is riding to the hunt, they're not good, okay? And they will snatch you up and take you off of them. They were the inspiration for the song Ghost Riders in the Sky, by the way. That's what the inspiration for that. For Ghost Riders in the Sky was the Wild Hunt. Wild Hunt has been talked about for thousands of years. Now, Odin is sort of a type of Santa Claus. That might be where he got some of the stuff. Odin supposedly could look like an old man dressed in furs who would go around different villages and play tricks on people and spy on people and stuff like that. Odin was, but the only way you could tell him from anybody else, Odin always had an eye patch on. Odin has only one eye. That's the only way you could tell him from Santa Claus. Santa Claus does not wear an eye patch, as far as I know. So that's probably not the same guy, all right? But there are a lot of attributes that show up on Santa Claus that may have come from Odin, such as the furs and being an old man. If you might remember the original thing about Santa Claus, they called him a jolly old elf. So he's like an elf, so to speak, kind of like the Lord of the Rings type thing. So there you go. What do you know about? I know nothing about that stuff. Well, that's where a lot of that comes from. A lot of the Yule celebration comes from the Vikings. We call them Vikings. Actually, they were called the North people. Viking is an occupation. In other words, let's get together and go Viking. That meant to go out, pillaging villages and stuff like that. But the North people were the people of Norway and Iceland and Scandinavia. And I've watched several good movies from there. If you've never seen, I've got 2 movies from Norway that you need to watch. They're great movies. Troll Hunter is one. Troll Hunter is great. You need to watch that. And the second movie is Strange Exports. That is one of the weirdest Christmas movies I have ever seen. Strange Exports. And believe me, it is a strange export. And but the other one is good too. Oh yeah, that's great. The Troll Hunter, I really enjoyed it. It was good, good movie. Check them out if you get a chance. I think it's the same as Pirate. Yeah, it's pillaging villages, stealing what you can steal, fighting for it, of course, because you had to fight for it. And they wasn't going to let you take it with just walking in, so you definitely had to take up arms to get what you wanted to get. But to go Viking meant to, go pillaging, go sailing and pillaging different villages and stuff. But it was the North people that did that. We call them the Northmen because they all come out of the north, from Norway and Scandinavia, etc. The land of the reindeer. And it's amazing to think that they domesticated deer to pull sleds and everything. They do pull sleds, by the way. It's amazing. They work like horses. You can't ride one like you can a horse, of course, but you can get them to pull your sleigh. Absolutely, they can be domesticated. They are very large deer too, by the way. They're almost the size of a moose. They are big deer. They're not little things that you think about. Batman with Mel Gibson. Yeah, yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, that's a good one. I like Red One. That was out the other day. I enjoyed watching that. I watched it twice. That's a great movie. You need to check it out. Very good comedy. Red One. That is Santa Claus's code name. Red One. Check it out. It's good. Bill Goldberg was a mean Santa. Yeah. Oh yeah, Bill Goldberg. I like him. You'll have to watch Troll Hunter. You trust me, Lance. You won't. You will definitely want to watch Troll Hunter. It is really good, and it's kind of comedy too. But it's great for cryptid stuff. He is actually hunting trolls, and these trolls are 20 foot tall. I mean, they're big. They're big guys. He's going after mountain trolls. You need to watch it. It's really good. Red One was good. Yeah, Red One was really good. I enjoyed it. That's one of the newer Christmas movies. Yeah. Very much like the Christmas Chronicles with Kurt Russell. That's a great movie too, by the way. If you get a chance to watch it, watch that. The Christmas Chronicles. Did you see Santa and Sleigh Film? Yeah, I've seen that before. It was okay. Some people like to watch the slasher stuff, but I'm not that big on it myself. It has I'll tell you the thing about slasher movies, they do have a dark spirit to them. You have to be very careful watching that kind of stuff. They have a dark spirit with them, and you want to watch out for that kind of stuff. Because it can have a bad effect upon you. If you've seen one slasher movie, you've seen them all. How many different ways you gonna see them kill somebody or torture somebody to death? That's kind of sick. Let's think. Let's look at let's look at it the right way. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of sicko stuff. It was a bit gross. Yeah, that's what they go for, evidently. Yeah, it was a good storyline. They hadn't have went overboard with, but that's the way Hollywood always does. They think they got to have a lot of gore and a lot of the F word going around. If you cannot you cannot uh blank out movies anymore with bad words because then you wouldn't have it'd be a completely silent movie. Okay, you can't they can't blink them out anymore. That's it. Uh, you wouldn't have anything on because that's all they say in the movie. F this, F that, F you, F. That's all it says in the whole movie. That's the only dialogue they got. That's the only thing they can say. That's just stupid and dumb. That's just boring. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to watch that kind of crap? I don't know. I'm not gonna wait. I tell you what. My time's too valuable to waste on that. That's all I can say. Mixed nuts. Mixed nuts was real funny. Yeah, that was good. Mixed nuts. But anyway, that's Hollywood. Hollywood. I'm gonna tell you something about Hollywood. You gotta always keep in mind. It's all about the almighty dollar bill, and they don't care what they do it, or what they did, or how much they cheat you out of your money, or whatever the situation is. That's just the way they operate. They're all out to get the money. They don't care how they get it. Okay. And that's why you have all these stupid remakes on good movies that were good the first time around. They think they can make a little more money on it. They're gonna do it. That's just Hollywood. It's all about the money. At least his son was sent back to hell in the end and only saving grace. Yeah, it had a good ending. But anyway. Well, I appreciate you all being here tonight. I'm gonna go finish off the eggnog. And I appreciate you all spending this little Christmas night with me. And I hope you all had a splendid Christmas. And I hope if you didn't get everything, you will get what you've been looking for this year coming up. And we've got a new year coming around the corner here. And I hope it's a better year. 2025, I hope it's a whole lot better than 2024. Because to tell you the truth, 2024 sucked real bad. Okay. So hopefully next year will be better. All right. And that's what we got to look forward to. Anyway, I hope we'll be better honest. Thank you, Wizard Moon. Thank all of you out there, Ann and Roger and Monica and Overbuilt and all the rest of you that stuck with me tonight. I just wanted to get on here and touch base with you. And I'm glad you could all come tonight and share Christmas with me a little bit. I want you to know I appreciate each and every single one of you. I appreciate your support, whether it's monetary or just showing up, okay, and being here. That is support, okay, and trust me, just like you, it means the world to me, okay, and I really appreciate every single one of you. You know that, and that we are family here. You know that, and be praying for me. I'll definitely be praying for you. And we'll keep looking up for better times ahead, hopefully, at least better situation for us, maybe. And be careful, watch out for those drones or UFOs or whatever they may be out there. And whatever you do, for heaven's sake, don't shoot one down, okay? And I don't want to see you doing federal time there, all right? So I appreciate you being here tonight, and I wish you all what's left of Christmas. Happiest Christmas of all, as Chevy Chase used to say. And I appreciate you all being here, and I appreciate your support, and I appreciate the love that you show. And trust me, it is reciprocated back to you 110%. Okay. I appreciate you all out there. I love all of you. And I will be praying for all of us. And until we get together Friday night, hopefully, for paranormal point of view, keep looking for that star, okay? Follow that star, because that's the wisest thing to do, all right? And I will see you hopefully Friday. Take care until we get back together again. And be careful out there. Keep your head on swivel, and eye on your six, and keep looking up, okay? And until we get together again, remember, Godspeed. The hunt has begun. Hunting the shadows.